The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Oh, I'm touching myself tonight.
Really?
I told you, don't fuck with me!
Sorry about bleeding in all your garbage.
Seltzer water and lemon for blood. Whew. Some kinds of anger can't be managed. Like the kind where your year-long plan ends with the wrong guy getting dismembered! That said,
We have a fucking problem.
when it comes time to licking wounds, there's no place like home.
By we, I mean you.
41 confirmed kills. Now it's 89. About to be 90.
Mr. Wilson,
Ding ding.
you're looking very alive.
Ha! Only on the outside.
This is not going to end well
This
for
is
me.
not going to end well for you, no.
UKNJ project. Past broadcasts include Stand Up Guys, Chinese Hercules, House of 1,000 Corpses, and Dog Day Afternoon.
You fool, you big, stupid, wandering fool.
Shut up.
You killed him. You murdered Abbott. Why did you kill him? Why? Why?
Because he was going to plug me. Now, look, you and Priceless told me to meet you here to collect my 10 grand. Okay. I got the diamonds. Where's my dough?
Keep the diamonds. Go to the chair with them. I won't touch them.
Oh, yes, you will.
There's blood on the stones.
Nobody but you and me knows how it got there.
Why did I have to get mixed up in a thing like this? That's it. It was just a business deal. I didn't know there'd be stolen diamonds or that there'd be a murder.
You rat. You're in this up to your ears just as much as I am.
UKNJ project.
Do you mean this one?
The views, information, and opinions expressed by BC, HQ, and Jack of One Trade do not reflect those of any other podcaster, YouTuber, or production company.
Yes. Very good. This is a very rare case. I believe Mr. Price was found it in an old New England farmhouse.
Probably going to be a very controversial one, but this is what we do, guys. If you don't know me and Jack by now, this is what we do.
Streaming, live, weekly.
UKNJ project.
Sucks to be hated. But what are you gonna do? Be likable? Ugh.
So let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we? Remember, they're just jokes. We're all gonna die soon, and there's no sequel.
Hello?
I don't care anymore. I'm joking. I never did.
Waka waka.
I definitely can see why they would pick me, because I think it's easy to throw my face on a TV, because I'm, in the end, sort of a poster boy for fear, because I represent what everyone's afraid of, because I do and say what I want. And it's just this, it's a campaign of fear and consumption. And that's what I think that it's all based on, is the whole idea that keep everyone afraid and they'll consume. Mm-hmm. And that's really as simple as it can be boiled down to.
Right.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
What has happened to our world, and this country specifically? Where's the freedom of speech? People are saying that they're offended by it, so now he might suffer fines and a ban. What a joke. You could argue we've got different rules over here, but it's not like he's gone out of his way to say something racist. And people that defend this and say, yeah, he needs to be banned and punished, you're the problem.
I should warn you, he might say a few things that are a bit brutal at times, so, don't take it personally.
Now people will watch this video I'm doing and say that I'm racist.
You lose.
Where are we going with this?
Movie reviews.
We're sorry.
Well, we just lost the beginning of this
We'll start over. All right, now we're starting from here. I just wrecked the audio.
Past broadcasts include Ong Bak, The Sunset Limited, Chinese Hercules, Bloodsport, Taoist Master, and Hitman 2007.
Neither of us are exactly tech savvy, and I'm slow in the uptake as it is.
Stop making videos making us look like retarded.
Leave your stupid comments in your pocket.
Come on!
Follow the show at UKNJ Project on Twitter and Instagram.
I don't like shit, and I'm honest. I'm not a fucking hater. There's a difference.
Get that out of here!
But this channel's just about authenticity. So there's no fakeness going on here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Make sure you get your whole head in front of the shotgun. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling.
Welcome.
Alright, there we go.
Welcome.
I know that was a long one, dude, but I made the first part of that last night before I went to bed, and I started working on a video part of that, but I had to go to sleep because I barely got up early enough to be here right now. Also, my fault about sending you messages. Real quick, I need to get into some behind the scenes shit, just to bore everybody. I know we had to start on time, and I didn't go on any of the platforms to plug that we're here, but I'll do that in a minute. Didn't realize that today is usually the day that we would go to the store. So I have to remember not to, or push the show back on the 1st or the 3rd at like 7 your time, if not a little bit earlier, so I can go to the store, grab food, do what we gotta do, and then come back and do it.
Sorry, I'm having mishaps now as well. I'm trying to sort the lighting out, so it's all a mess.
Well, it's alright, dude. We can get our shit together here, dude. It's gonna take us a second. It always usually does. But the reason why I'm here right now still is because apparently last night Jen's little brother broke his ankle. I'm not sure how or what the hell happened. I don't have the details yet. Hopefully later on we'll figure it out. But, that's why I'm able to be sitting here right now doing this for the moment. So I know you're having issues, but where do you kind of want to start?
Well, I haven't spoke about this Mr. Red guy. I saw you doing a video about him, and I said to you that we should probably do going forward, not in just in this show, even if we have a little segment in the shows going forward of just shouting out like up and coming YouTubers and stuff, just to help them grow their audience as well. I don't actually have anyone to shout out at the moment, so today might just have to be about the guy that you're on about, this Mr. Red, but just in terms of, just helping other YouTubers out. And I mean, me and you are not massive YouTubers, so they're probably, some people won't take the advice or tips or whatever anyway, but I just think we're doing a good deed trying to do this and help someone, because it's going to help them. Hopefully they'll get something from it, and we'll feel good about helping them. So it works both ways. So I just think that's something worth doing going forward. And yeah, like I said, I don't have anyone specifically at the moment to suggest, but I know that in the future that when you come across channels all the time on YouTube that you subscribe to and that, they're not necessarily always like got millions or thousands of followers anyway. So I think just in terms of that, it's gonna work, because we'll probably come across people all the time just on our own channels that we like to follow, and especially if they've got a smaller audience, we can then sort of bring them up on our show just to give them a bit of exposure.
Well, look at this, dude. When I first got in contact with this guy, it was in my comments section, and he had 4 subscribers, and he's already up to 15 which is pretty good, I think, dude, considering it's only been a couple of days.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
he...
I was
Go
thinking
ahead.
a minute ago is like obviously it looks like gaming's his passion, but I was also thinking that there's a lot of YouTubers out there that take ideas from other YouTubers. Maybe they're inspired by people. I've done it in the past, and because it's not always easy to be like original with stuff. So all I would say is that if there's other things that he can do as well, that he's got other passions, and he doesn't see any YouTubers doing these sort of things, and they're not doing content about whatever it is, then I would suggest that he does something like that as well as the gaming, because that will push it on even more, because there's going to be a demand for certain things, especially if no one's offering content for that, whatever that is in the first place. He could be the first one to offer something new and potentially get paid from something as well. So
Yeah, good point, dude. Good, solid point. Hold on. I didn't really go through much of the channel. I should have. But I know he was putting up new stuff. I watched a little bit of it. He's got some Minecraft going on. But, there was one other dude I wanted to mention who is not YouTuber necessarily, but I mean, I'll get to him in a second. I should have also pulled up my comment section and showed the original back and forth that me and Mr. Red had, but he did ask me how do you go about growing an audience, shit like that. So what advice would you give this dude? If you can give him anything, one tip. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
just I would echo what I said a minute ago about being original. Like, it's fine if you want to do like if the gaming is like his passion and there's nothing else that he can offer, like then go ahead with that. But I'm just saying, if there's something that he's thought about but maybe thinks in his head, oh, who's gonna want to watch that or whatever, no one does that. But that's you should take that as a clue itself. If you're telling yourself who's gonna wanna, no one else does that, take that opportunity to be the first one to do whatever that is, because
Is that why you did battle raps videos?
Well, to be honest with that, I can't remember if I got inspired by anyone, but I know that there were other YouTubers doing it. And I think at the time it was just new to me, and it was exciting, and so I can't really remember that far back with that, but yeah, that was like just me being. That wasn't like me going, oh, he's sick at that. Look, he's got millions of like. I've never seen a YouTube vlogger that talks about battle rap other than the massive ones nowadays. Back when I did it, that were like blowing up and thinking, oh, I need to start doing content about that, because I didn't even know about a lot of the big guys when I started. So I literally did it because it was new and exciting to me at the time, and that helped build at the beginning of my channel. So I would just say be original, like, but try and bring something that you don't like. You might think, oh, how does that get made, or how do people like do that with like editing or something? And yes, there might be a few things out there, but if you look and search for them sort of things and nothing ever comes up, then take that opportunity. If you've got the equipment and the like resources to do it, create a channel about whatever that is, because there'll be a demand for it, because other people will be looking for that stuff as well, but they're going on and searching and it's never coming up. So that would be my main thing, is to just try and come up with an original idea, and don't worry about if it's going to be popular or not, because everything's like a lottery, really. You don't know beforehand how well or bad it's going to do. But if you're offering something that offers value to people and like gives them knowledge, then people will come along anyway. But it's not necessarily meaning that you're going to get thousands or millions of people. That's all I'm saying.
So where are you at on gameplay?
I think like obviously it's working for him already because, like you said, he's built his subscribers up in what is it, about a week? Did you say?
Not even a couple days.
So I
Pretty
think it's
sure.
good in terms of like a younger fan base, the gameplay stuff. I think you're always going to get people subscribed for that reason, but
Yeah.
there is a lot of competition out there for gameplay stuff. So I think
Same like reactions, dude. Yeah.
yeah, like that's what I was saying earlier. Like I've always been inspired by other people, maybe apart from the rap stuff, the battle rap stuff, and maybe like my discussion times I did.
I wanted to bring those up too, but go ahead.
But like the reactions and that, when I first found out about reactions, I used to watch people and think this is weird and like just corny. But then I started to follow a few reactors and I got more into it, so it made me want to do it then. So do you know what I mean? That wasn't my original idea. I got kind of inspired to try it out for myself, and that helped bring people into the channel. But now I don't feel like I'm as invested in it as when I started it, and I think that's partly because it wasn't an original idea.
So you found yourself being happier when you did the discussion time videos versus doing the reactions?
I think when I started the reactions, I probably got the same sort of feeling. But when I started the discussion times, I'd say about 10 to 15 people sometimes, like offering topics and getting involved in the comments, which helped a lot. So the last, I don't even know what episode it went up to where it stopped, but I'd say probably around half of so I've done 100 episodes of it, and I'd say from maybe about 50 to 60 episodes like onwards, all these people that originally were there, they're not there anymore. So I had to just keep doing these episodes with no help basically and come up with ideas on my own for the most part.
Yeah.
So, but that was because as well, I had an original idea in my head. I wanted to get to 100 episodes, regardless of whether people are giving me topics to talk about. I said when I started that I wanted to get to 100 episodes. So even though all these people fell off and went away and they're not there anymore, I'm like, well, that doesn't change the end goal for what I want to do.
Real quick, I just want to show you. You were right. It says, this is comment right here. I just started my channel. Any tips or tricks? When do you start picking up on YouTube? And do you ever do a shout out? And that was a week ago. So you were right. Like it's been a week.
I mean, that's good in itself. Like,
yeah, you had a week ago when I clicked that he had 4 subscribers. Now he's up to 15. I know I said that earlier, but I want to just mention that again. So talking about growing, dude, it happens in waves is the other thing. Also, I think it's important to mention, right?
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and what I would say is that you got to be careful with why you're doing it, because if you're just doing it for subscribers and views,
you won't last long. In this, and you'll get fed up with doing it, and you won't. You'll want to go. You'll find something else. Go ahead. Sorry, but actually, can I give you the floor real quick?
Well, I don't know what was going on there, but it was crackling a lot. It's all right now. So yeah, just be careful with it, because you have to do it for the right reasons. Like, you have to do it because you're passionate about it. You have to do it because you've got like drive to do it. Because if you're just doing it for numbers, subscribers and views, unless you get lucky, like the majority of people on YouTube don't get lucky. There's a ton of people out there that have got millions of people like followers and that now. So you get the false perception that a high number of YouTubers get to that stage, and they don't, but they put that out there to trick you. So you got to be careful, because it's going to die down at some point. That's what happens with smaller YouTubers, because you don't get and what I want to say as well, a lot of these people that have got millions of subscribers, they've probably paid for thousands of them subscribers as well. So they got a good chunk of their fan base that they've bought, which are fake subscribers. And you got a question, do you want to be doing that? Because I wouldn't do that myself, because it's like integrity, and it goes against what I believe in. Like, I'd rather struggle and build the subscribers authentically and never reach that level, rather than reach that level and buy a chunk of it myself and have to do like advertisements for other companies and that, when they're taking a whole other percentage of, if you ever make money from YouTube, they're going to take a whole load of chunk of it anyway. So I just say be careful and do it for the right reasons. Like, do it for what you can offer people content wise and what you're passionate about, because like Jack said, you'll put videos out and you're going to get frustrated if you're not getting the same like rise of subscribers and views. It's gonna make you not want to come back and do it more often or every day and stuff, and be consistent with it, because you're getting frustrated that you're not got the views and the numbers there. So do it for something you're passionate about, regardless of what the views are, because that way you're going to end up being more consistent and doing videos probably over years and years, rather than doing it for a year and then cutting it off and then never doing it again.
Real quick, I'm gonna have to take the dog down again. I know I just took her, but I gotta bring her down one more time. Are you cool with just running shit for a second? If I'll be in the chat, and do you want me to put his channel back up in the background, or is this working better without the tab being open? Is it still crackling?
No, it's not done it since. No.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to pull myself out, but I'm gonna put his channel up in my place and see if that helps. Okay. And then when I come back in, I'll switch out the angles.
So what I would say as well, Mr. Red, if you're gonna watch this, is when like you haven't had your channel long, so you have to think like, what's your end goal for it? Like, is it just something you want to do for the rest of time, basically, till you get bored of it or move on? Or I've had my channel since 2011. It's now 2020, nearly 2021, and I've only got, well, I say only, like, I've got 1,500 and something subscribers. That's not a lot in comparison to bigger channels that have been doing it less time. Like, there's channels that have been doing it for a year or less, and they're at millions of subscribers. So, but remember what I said, a lot of them would be fake. They've paid for a lot of them themselves. Yes, some of them are probably authentic, but you'll find a majority of them aren't. And it's not all it's, they're going to push an image out there that, and I don't want to speak for everyone, but I would say a lot of them channels are fake in terms of the subscribers that are actually fake. So you have to be careful for the reasons you're doing it. Be patient, be consistent. Like, I've had my channel for 9 years, nearly 10, and I wouldn't still be doing it if I didn't enjoy the content and the videos and stuff that I'm doing. Like, some of it you'll find you'll go through certain things you're doing and you'll be like, I'm bored of this now. And that's fine. Like, it's a learning process, and you're going to go and do different content at times, and that's what it should be about. Like, yes, we all want to do something and find our own lane and offer something, but sometimes you have to go through a lot of other stuff to find out what that one thing is. And I've never necessarily had a one idea for the channel like forever. Like, it's always changed and evolved. And like, when I first started, it was battle rap. It was just me talking randomly about stuff, and then I decided to do discussion times, because it was talking about life and different topics about life and like politics and whatever other people were struggling with and stuff. And that helped me build my channel at the get-go, like from the very beginning. So but what I said as well, none of them people are there anymore. They were there when I started. They're not there anymore. So I had to finish and get to that target, which was 100 episodes, probably at least halfway through where they all just disappeared. Now, when that sort of stuff happens, that's going to test you to be like, do I still want to carry on with this channel? Because the support I was getting is not there now. But that's why you have to do it about something you're passionate about. Because if you're not passionate about it, when these like obstacles and hurdles happen and the people go away, it's just you there and you in the camera, and you gotta think on your feet, and you gotta be like, okay, I gotta bring up my own topics now. I gotta be more creative now because I'm not getting the support I was getting. But then that's where you gotta be careful, because if you're just doing it for views and numbers, you're going to get frustrated because you're going to go through peaks and troughs, and it's not always going to be good. So unless you've got an end goal in mind in terms of numbers and that, I'd say just do what you're passionate about, because as well, even if you've got a goal, the majority of people do things in life, get to that goal, achieve it, and they're not happy like they thought they were going to be. It's not all it's cracked up to be. They're not satisfied. They thought they were going to be, but now they've got there and they're like, this isn't what I envisioned. Do you know what I mean? So just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. The thing is with YouTube, it goes in algorithms. Like the creators and out of YouTube make it a lot more difficult than it used to be to get your videos out there. You have to do like the hashtags. A lot of people use thumbnails now to like clickbait and titles. They'll put a false title up, or put like a picture of a celebrity or something in the thumbnail. You'll click on it thinking it's about that celebrity, and it's nothing to do with that at all. It's just for you to click on that video. Now, that might work in terms of getting people to click on your video, but they're not going to then stay and watch your video because they're going to be annoyed at you for clickbaiting. They're going to be annoyed at you for tricking them, and it makes you look stupid because you've done it and you've got the clicks, but they're not subscribing. They're clicking and then they're leaving because they're frustrated with you tricking them. So I wouldn't fall for doing that unless you just want to annoy people. And I'm assuming you don't, because you wouldn't want to be offering a platform or channel and concept to entertain people, I'm assuming, and give people knowledge or whatever. And because they're not going to stick around, because they're going to click on it thinking it's something else, and you've tricked them and you've wasted their time. So I would advise you to not do that. I see a lot of people do that, and it'll make people put thumbs down on your videos as well, which then makes it even harder for you to build views on videos and get your channel out there more. So be careful about how you go about getting people's support. That's why you have to just do you, and don't beg for people to subscribe and follow all the time. They will come if you stay natural and just do it for you first. Because if you're offering something that's going to help someone, people will come. But you just got to realize they might not come in their thousands. And you've got to ask yourself, are you happy with that? Because if you're not, then I wouldn't be doing it, because you're going to be frustrated. But you're doing well, man. You've done a week and you've gone up quite a few subscribers. So it's definitely a fan base for it, but there is also a lot of competition with gaming, like there is with reactors. So it's like a business, isn't it? It's like, say, a McDonald's versus a Burger King. Is it like any sort of rivalry in business? You've got more rivals, like more popular something is when you get into that. So you've got to be even more original with your ideas. If you are doing similar content to other people, you got to bring something a bit different. Why are they going to come to your channel and subscribe over other channels that are already might have more followers and subscribers, or are coming up at the same pace as you, but they're going to overtake you because they're offering something different? But sometimes you might find it where they overtake you and get more numbers, but they're not offering like anything different to what you are. Like they're offering a lot of just what relates to other channels that are doing the same sort of content. So, and that's because people go to people's characters. If you're not loud and outspoken and like like, just, I call it fake confident, because you get a lot of these people on here and I can tell just from watching them that they're not really like that. So there's no point coming on camera and pretending to be someone you're not, because sometimes people fall for it, but it comes down to you as an individual. You're going to be happy enough with yourself going on camera and pretending to be one person, but then when you're off the camera, you're someone else, just to get the number and the following. Because at the end of the day, you could get millions of subscribers, but still not be getting paid for it, and still not have you think that it's going to fill a hole or something, getting all these people to follow you and that. But the reality is you're probably never ever going to meet these people in person. These are like fake people, really, in the bigger scheme of things, because they're behind a keyboard. Do you know what I mean? It's all online. You're never really going to meet these people. So you got to be careful. You trick your mind into thinking, oh, I'm popular, but the reality is that these people might not be your friends in real life, person to person, if you were stood next to them. So just be careful of how you go about it, man. But you're doing well. It's a good start for you. But I do think that if you could offer something that you don't see anyone else doing, then you got to have the balls to do it. But go ahead and do it, because there's always room for things that people haven't thought about, or maybe they thought about it, but they don't have the confidence or the balls to put the content out there, because there's no other people doing it, so they don't want to be the first one to do it. But that's how legends and people are made. That's how to be different, man. You got to embrace to be different. You got to embrace to be a lone wolf. You got to embrace to have people mock you or whatever, because you're offering something different. They're only hating because they didn't do it in themselves. So just look at it that way, man. Yeah, I don't really know if I can offer anything else, to be honest, in terms of helping you. But you've got off to a good start. You just got to be patient with it, man. I reckon in 6 months' time, you will have, I'd say, I reckon at least 300, maybe 500 subscribers, just because gaming's a very popular thing. And I think a lot of younger people will come across your channel and follow it, because it's like the Roblox and the Minecraft and stuff like that. They'll be interested in it. So carry on doing you, man, but try and bring something else other than just the gaming as well. The more content you can offer and different things, the more versatile you show yourself to people. That's what I try and do with my channel. I have like the battle rap stuff. I have motivational stuff. I have reactions. I have my discussion times. I even have like music ones sometimes. I have like freestyles I've done, or singing. Like I even did one where I was trying new food for the first time. I've got a load. Also, when you start creating different content other than just gaming, if you decide to do that, make sure you create playlists. You see on your screen there, you've got the playlist options. Go on that when you start creating other content. So say you want to do like a cooking show or something, just for example. Create a playlist when you start to do this other content and put it all in that. So if you do a cooking show, just put a cooking playlist. Then people can go to that playlist and not have to search your channel if you've got hundreds of videos already to go and find out one thing that they're looking for. Put a playlist there, and it just makes it neater and more professional when people come across your channel, especially when they're new people that think, oh, this guy, I like him, like he offers something a bit different, and then they see the playlists, and they might have clicked on a video originally to find like a battle rap video or something they liked, and they click on your channel and go through the different videos and find a playlist, and they find that you do other things, not just battle rap. And there'll be other things that you do that they're also interested in. So make sure you create playlists with clear, and just be clear with what your title or your playlist is. So when people come across it, they can click on it and be like, oh, I like cooking, or I like sports, or whatever it is. Just make different options for people when they come across the channel.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Inherently, you cannot be commercial and artistic. You cannot be commercial and quality. You cannot be commercial concurrent with having a preoccupation with the level of storytelling that you want to achieve.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
And this I have to reject. I think you can be, I don't think calling something commercial tags it with a kind of an odious suggestion that it stinks. That it's something raunchy to be ashamed of.
Laughing at birds.
I don't think if you say commercial means to be publicly acceptable, what's wrong with that? As long, the essence of my argument, Mike, is that as long as you are not ashamed of anything you write, if you're a writer, as long as you're not ashamed of anything you perform if you're an actor, and I'm not ashamed of doing a television series. I could have done probably 30 or 40 film series over the past 5 years. I presume at least I've turned down that many, with great guarantees of cash, with great guarantees of financial security, but I've turned them down because I didn't like them. I did not think they were quality, and God knows they were commercial. There's this suggestion made by many people that you can't have public acceptance and still be artistic. And as I say, I have to reject that.
Welcome.